Right, everybody, welcome back to Newell's. We are well and truly into Season 4. Today, there is no games. However, we're going to do a little bit of a recap. We're literally halfway through the season. Remember, last episode, we got to the Copa Libertadores group stage by finishing 5th. We've made a whole host of transfers. We're way over our budget. We've made a few sales. And we have made it through to the group stage of the Copa Libertadores. That will be on Sunday evening for you, all right, 7 p.m. But today we're just going to recap it, show you what we're doing. We need to do something drastic tactically. I'm getting really frustrated with just bobbling along. We need to find something that is going to take us to the next level. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So here we are. We are halfway through the season. The league has changed again. We now have a opening and closing stage. Now, the opening stage, you play each other once. Closing stage, you play each other once. You win the stage, you automatically go through to the next round, you know, to the Copa Libertadores. And then after that, the places are literally on here. So we are well and truly out. 35. Oh, we're not. We're okay. There's a chance of maybe getting... Oh, we're 40 points. We're fucking way off. What am I saying? We're way off. We're 11 points off. So Copa Libertadores probably isn't going to happen unless we have an amazing next 23 games. Number one. Number two, we win the Copa Libertadores. Number three, we win the closing stage where everyone's starting from zero. If anything, we just need, because there's no average points now, we just need to make sure we're only 7 away from relegation. It's just been very stop, start, stop, start. If I just show you the form, stop, start, look, wins, draws, wins, draws. We've actually picked up a little bit of form in the last few weeks. And as you can see, we are playing Fortaleza in the second round, first leg. Fortaleza, who are 9th, Silvinho, Arsenal legend, in charge. Our group stage couldn't have gone any better. We got Serra, who basically won the Brazilian Cup. They were 8th in the division. Deportivo Lara from Venezuela and Bolivia from Bolivia. So we had a really, really good group and we absolutely smashed it. Look, 16 points. Okay, you want to see the transfers, but before we do, one last little mention. We're actually through to the last, the last 16 of the Copa Argentina. Does that give us does the winner get a Copa Libertadores? It does. Okay, so there's 4 opportunities to still get Copa Libertadores. We want that because of money, and the best thing as well about the Copa Libertadores, if we just go back, we've already got, what was it, the group stage was like 2 point something million, was it? 2.15. Second round participation, 755k. Hopefully we can get through, which I think we will, you know. Quarter-final stage, 1 million. So it starts going up. You never know. With the luck of the draw, we've been lucky this time that we've had a nice little draw in terms of teams that we could have potentially played in the knockout round. So we'll take it. Okay, transfers are plenty. We have sold 2. We have brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because there's a player there. And we released a fair few. The only ones that you'll maybe see, you recognise, Acevedo was no more than sort of like a backup player. He was back up to Mendes. He's gone. And Brian Caldara as well, left back, has gone as well. So if we look at the sales, there's no Castro. No one was interested in Castro. No bids came in. He is at the moment going to be leaving on a free transfer. He still wants £18,000 a week. We are currently spending, I think, way over our budget. Yeah. We're currently spending over £20,000 a week because I've had to renew a few contracts. We're going just into debt. We made a profit last season, though, of 700k. And this year, we're halfway through the season. We've made a little bit of profit again. We managed to sell some players for a fair bit of money. Kakia Blur started the game on loan. We've played him over the last few years. Back up last season. 1 year left on his deal. We managed to get him to Serra, who were a team, bloody fly, a team that were in our Copa Libertadores group stage. 2.1 million, massive amount of money for us that. And Armando Mendes wanted a new contract, wanted about 7 grand, nowhere near good enough. His technicals are shocking. We got rid, and we got a nice little bit of money for him as well, 450,000. Now everyone else has come in on frees. Number 1 is Christian Celis. We got him from Vélez on a free. Because I knew that we were in the Copa Libertadores, I thought we needed a little bit of a backfill and a couple of players. To be fair, he's only 18 years old. His technicals are getting there. I think are really nice. 5-star potential. Really nice midfielder, can play in a variety of different positions for us. Similar to him, We've got Santiago Tartaro, who's quite similar, maybe not on the level. He's definitely not on the level in terms of technicals, but we got him on a free once again. We got him from Argentinos Juniors. 15 stamina, 15 technique, 13 passing, so he can do bits, 15 decisions, 17 teamwork, 16 work rate. Can play left, right, in the middle, behind the front man, so someone who can play in a variety of different positions for us. Ignacio Mirion is a 3-star midfielder, only 20 years old once again. So we got a little bit of youth into the squad because our youth players are not quite ready. He was at, I think this team, did they go down? Oh no, they're in our division. They're still in our division, but I just thought it was a nice little pickup. Quite well-rounded, 5'10", decent stamina, decent fitness, marking okay, tackling okay, passing okay, 3-star. He'll just play a little bit. He'll play more sub-games than anything else, but at the level that we're at, I thought was a nice little backup. We then strengthened twice in the left-back area, getting it Emmanuel Insua in, 3-star, 2.8 grand a week. He's on a 2-year deal. Probably take him through till that. He's been around. He was actually at Newell's on loan a long time ago. He was at Vélez last year, hasn't played very well, but in terms of his attributes, look guys, his physicals are really good, mentals are really good, his technicals are okay, tackling 14, and he's done okay for his 17 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 6.92 average rating. And then we went a little bit crazy. I then brought in Facundo Perez, so we'd done our business, and I thought we needed some more, and then this dude came up. He looks like he should be on Breaking Bad. He reminds me of a character from Breaking Bad. He can play in a variety of different roles in those two positions. At the moment, he's playing central midfield and attack, and he's on really good form. 3 goals in his last 5, 7.28 average, 17 games, 6 assists. Really nice, 24 years old as well. Facundo Cardoza, I decided to bring him in, 29 years old. Left back, can also play at centre half as well. Decent average enough ratings. I just thought he was a decent pickup. Mentals, physicals. We've padded out the squad as much as we can. We knew this Copa Libertadores, it literally for a time was Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. And we've been able to rotate really nicely. And then the last one in who's played, has done okay, is Alvaro Marin. He was on 925, but because he played 10 games, his contract went up to 2 grand. But has done okay. 21, just turned 20, or is he just turned 21? He's just turning 22. He's just turned 21. From Vélez, hadn't really played much of Vélez, but 15 dribbling, 13 finishing, 14 first touch. Pace is okay, 6'1", work rate okay, passing technique all okay. He's going to be a nice little backup. And Nacelno has been injured for a large part and has come back in and not done great. But at the moment, you want to see the tactic. This has coincided with that run of form. So this is my Arsenal Arteta that I did last week on the channel, and it's so far I've made a few changes. Castro's now a shadow striker. Because we've been struggling for goals, I've just shoved Sforza up front, and he's not disappointing me. 3 goals in 5, 2 assists as well. Ideally we want him in there, but because we've got Fernandes and Perez, both can do that role. We can even move Sforza into there. We can move Aselno in. We've also got other players. The only thing I think, boys, even though we've got Mamana back, we've not really strengthened the starting 11. Everybody apart from the left back and Perez, apart from that, it's the same old. We've got a huge squad, as you can see. Messi, no relation. Joaquin Messi has come in and played a little bit for us. Has played in games that don't necessarily matter. I think we qualified after the first Copa Libertadores games. So we've been given a little bit of game time. People like Mansilla are now a really, really strong player. Contract expiring at the end of the season. We've got a little bit of problems because we just can't afford to offer them the money that they want. Deals expiring. Aselmo we're going to probably let go because he's going to be 30. I'm going to let him go, I think. May change my mind if I can get him on a cheaper deal. If he can get that below 5, I think we may do a deal for him. But then there's Julian Fernandes. Unhappy, 29 years old. He's on cheap, quite cheap for him as a regular starter. He's done well for us, but he's going to want a lot of money. Same with Barrios, will want a lot of money. He will most likely go. Fretes will most likely go. Castro, we're desperate to keep, but he just wants too much money. I'm hoping we can sort our finances out soon, and then we can offer him an absolute ton, because I think it's important to keep some of these players with us as long as possible. And then players like Benitez, Gonzalez, I would like to keep because he's quite he's quite, because he can play both sides, but he's on 950 a week at the moment. That'll be over 3,000. Campagnaro, a player that'll go. Brian Aguirre has come into the first team squad a little bit and has done okay. He wants a big contract increase. Mansilla wants a big contract increase as well. So it's not plain sailing. Thomas Jacob, I offered him a deal. He said no. I wasn't willing to give him any football. A big contract based on he hadn't played any football for us, and he's come in and actually done really well. He's leaving on a free. He's our backup right back. It has been a hectic. I've just literally just played games, and it has been very enjoyable. Really frustrating up until this point. Bearing in mind, we have had 3 games there at home, 1 away, 1 at a neutral venue against a lower league side, but we did do a little bit of rotation in some of these games. So fingers crossed. This is obviously based on the Arsenal formation that they're currently rocking with. As I said, I've moved the Odegaard road into a shadow striker because that suits Castro. Sforza, yeah, he needs to be in central midfield and attack, doesn't he, after his absolute amazing season that he had for us last year. But just at the moment, he's the only one scoring goals. Perez has actually done really well. Our guy that looks hard as fucking nails, he's actually in really good form. 3 goals in his last 5 as well. So, yeah, it's been another weird first half of the season. The league thing is just brilliant. It actually really makes the league really fun because it changes. And then next year, as far as I'm aware, it changes again. Yeah, next season, it changes again. There's an opening and closing stage, but with less teams. And then I think eventually, by the time you get to season 6, it kind of goes into a 38 kind of system. I was told, I don't know if that's the case, but I was told that it kind of then goes in, it filters into a 38. So this is the 4th season, 4 different kind of formats for the league. I'm not a big fan of the opening closing stages, but because it's only potentially going to be for a couple of years, and it also gives us, if we can carry on that form for the rest of the season, you never know. Remember, a couple of seasons we have actually been up at the top of the league halfway through the season and we faltered off. So if we can kick on now, you never know, we may be able to really focus on getting that top spot and making sure we get Copa Libertadores football next season. There is the draw for the Copa Libertadores. So there's Godoy Cruz, Sao Paulo, Junior, Corinthians, Estudiantes, Atlético Mineiro. We play the winners out of Tigres and Flamenco. I've just remembered that. Tigre were the team that were doing really well last year, came up into our division and absolutely stormed it. But as far as I'm aware, how did they do in the opening stage? Yeah, they've struggled a little bit. So they're back down there. So you'd imagine Flamenco are going to go through. They'll have some players that are a little bit better than us. In particular, Brenner, who they've managed to get for just a paltry £2.9 million. Okay, we're not going to be going any further in the Copa Libertadores, are we? But there is still 3 other domestic opportunities for us to potentially get through. All right, guys, so I think what we are going to do is we're going to focus the next few episodes. We're going to focus on the Copa Libertadores. So Sunday night's episode will be Fortaleza away and at home. We won't cover the Lanús game. If we get through on that, we'll then look at next week's episode, maybe taking on Flamenco. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Smash a like on today's video. Subscribe if you are new. If you are really enjoying the content, I'd really appreciate it if you go and dive in and support me on Patreon. That'd be muchly appreciated. And cheers, guys. Take care. See you later.